In shows like CSI and Breaking Bad, crime scenes and meth labs are the pivotal settings. In real life, though, when all the police tape is cleared, there's often chaos and debris left behind that no one wants to clean up. That is, no one but former law enforcement officer Laura Spaulding. After being on the scene for a terrible crime, she saw an opportunity.
It was a double homicide, and it was on Christmas. I was helping these people that really had no means to pay for it, but their homeowner's insurance covered the cleanup, and after I was done with the cleanup, I thought, this is it for me. This is exactly what I want to do.
So Laura started Spaulding Decon, a company that specializes in crime scene, meth lab, and hoarder cleanup. After setting up camp in Tampa, Florida, she soon found that she had little competition. But the work wasn't steady at first.
The cleanups are sporadic. It's not something that you can, open a brick and mortar and put a for sale sign and, people come in. It's death related, and then we added hoarding in 2006 and meth lab cleanup as well. And those things also are circumstantial and not scheduled.
The tricky nature of the business means Laura can't spend her days waiting for the phone to ring. She has to hit the street and go door to door.
It's an awareness thing. So I'm going to multiple hotels, I'm going to apartment complexes, I'm going to insurance companies, because when they get that call, they don't know where to turn. You would kind of initially get all the same reactions. Oh, we'll never need this service. We've never used this service. And, 2 weeks later, they're calling me and saying, I can't believe I'm calling you, but we had a suicide. Or, something of that nature. So you don't think about it when you don't need it, but when you need it, they knew where to pick up the card.
That's what happened for Gay Kohler, who met Laura through a mutual acquaintance and never thought she'd ever need her services. Then tragedy struck.
My son was killed January 4th of this year. He was murdered by a young man that he was going to give a ride to work that morning. And the police came and had my house for most of the day that day. And when they let me back in, they told me that there would be, a lot to clean up, and it was, because it was biomedical waste, that it would probably be better to get somebody.
A quick call made to a number she never imagined she'd have to dial, and Laura's team was on the scene. The workers took care of a job that Gay was thankful she didn't have to do herself.
It's very tumultuous when you lose a son, a child, especially like that in your own home. It made things easier. If I had to clean it up, if my son had to clean it up, I think it would have made it so much harder. I was glad that I met Laura before something like that happened. A lot of people don't realize that there's companies that can take care of that kind of thing.
And to grow her business, Laura knows that's one fact she needs to change. But not all publicity is good publicity.
This is not your typical service. This is not a typical coupon or find a buy one, get one free. Obviously, that's not going to apply. You have to be very strategic about how you advertise. And, some of the advertising has been billboards with outlines of dead bodies. And, that'll definitely get your attention. And I know they're going for an awareness type thing. And, maybe it worked for them, but that type of approach doesn't work for us.
Instead, discreet professional brochures that address each service individually make sure that each customer base is catered to separately.
I designed the brochure to talk to those specific customers rather than have, like most companies, a one-size-fits-all brochure. They don't want to see that. The hoarders don't want to know that, you do a crime scene and you're associating them with crime scenes, because then they feel worse about themselves.
That sensitivity to what her customer needs also spills over into how her team delivers on each and every job.
For hoarding, we're very, very sensitive about the way that we speak to them. We teach the employee that you have to be empathetic. I'm going to help you today. We're going to get started. We're going to bag up a couple bags. Like, hey, you have to be sensitive in these type of situations. And I spend more time on that because I think that not everyone is from the same background. Not everyone grieves the same way or understands the way people grieve.
Knowing her employees well ensures that even on the job she's not taking care of herself, the high level of service her business is known for continues on.
I can tell what their strengths and weaknesses are, and then when I put them on a crew, it's say, for example, deals with a hoarding job, I can assign who I want to be the lead and the contact for the customer.
Her ability to speak to the needs of her customers and market what many see as an unsavory business tastefully means the future is bright for Spaulding Decon, not only in Florida, but nationwide. She's franchising and already has inquiries pouring in.
We do the services that no one else wants to think about. We provide peace of mind and restoration to property. I think the growth for this business is really unbelievable. It's a recession-proof business that's never going to go away. The need is never going to go away. The awareness is only growing.